Good evening and hello one and all to what is a somber evening of racing here on Raceroom Racing Experience. This is our last round of the season and sadly will be the last time for a while we see Raceroom grace the screens of the interwebs. But nonetheless we are here with 7 participants. Again, the reason mainly not for going forward, bless them, but 7 very eager participants on Raceroom Raceway-Bridge layout. All wanting to fight it out for what is still a championship up for grabs. Joining me alongside here in the wonderful comments box, they didn't leave biscuits for us. I'm very annoyed, Ben.
I mean, to be fair, both of us could do with a few less biscuits these days. But
I'm a bit. I am a bit pudgy.
Seven DTM gladiators here fighting it out around the very technical Raceroom Bridge, the very punishing Raceroom Bridge, to determine who's going to take home the final Raceroom Championship of the Riders Motorsport / oNiD era, really.
Yeah. All good things must come to an end, but change is never horrible. We are hopefully going to, well, I'd not say hopefully, we will be running an AC League in replacement on a Monday evening. Moving from a Tuesday to a Monday is Assetto Corsa. Next season, is it now full next season?
It is full. There may be wild cards that become available after the first week, but as it stands, it's full. 28 Mini Coopers going to be tearing round Fruxton at what they laughingly refer to as pace. But
low and slow.
With that many cars going into that small amount of real estate, it's going to be fun.
Low and slow is the name of the game for our next season. Indeed, join us here on YouTube. The first round should be public on the YouTube page, so you'll be able to see when it's scheduled for. We will be going live and bringing you 4 weeks or 6 weeks of AC action. I should really be on top of this because I'm the lead admin.
It's 5 weeks.
Wow, I wasn't even correct.
5 weeks, 3 races each week.
Yeah, the median of 4 and 6. There we go. I'm close enough.
15 races. We actually have someone waiting to join us in the comms booth, Aidan.
Oh.
He's just dropped a message on the YouTube chat. I'm going to drag him in.
Uh-oh.
Julian, welcome back to the comms booth, my man.
Julian!
Good evening. It's good to be back. Just as a small appearance as a guest.
Fantastic to have you, man. It's been a while.
Lovely to hear your voice.
Yeah, been some family issues around here, so I had to be to let this season slip, which unfortunately became the last season of Raceroom in a very long and successful row of seasons we hosted.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, nothing lasts forever, but we're hoping that these guys are going to make it a good one for the final free race of the season. We've got a very tight championship battle at the top. It is, at the moment, it's Janis Kovacs, who's joined us for the first time this season. He's on 497 points. Following him is Zach Silver on 491 points.
Yeah, I hope he's in the server. I haven't seen him on the timesheet yet, but
yeah, he's yet to set a lap on the on his qualifying run yet.
Yeah, it is a difficult track. It looks easier than it is. And then again, I mean, Raceroom is a nice game to do, but we saw as you all said, that we saw the numbers slide down slowly. And well, thanks to oNiD, we managed to keep it alive for a few more months. Which, around this time, how long is it? Around 3 years now that we raced together?
It's got to be, yeah.
So it was a nice and good run.
Yeah, summer of 2020, wasn't it, that we really all started at a previous server?
Yeah, exactly. And then we started our own out of necessity, and then I mean, it's fun to be here.
Yep. It is indeed.
just a word from me, June, before I get all this.
Right.
It has been the most utmost pleasure to have worked with and raced for the Reinars Motorsports Community / Reinars oNiD / oNiD. But yeah, whatever's happening with yourselves, we all are sending our love. We miss you, and yeah, just thank you for doing what you've done.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks a lot. As my brother said it, the first time we started up Reiners Motorsport as a community, opening up for anybody who wants to still be racing in the Raceroom on a Monday evening. We did this for you guys because we were all small kids walking in the grass and on the other side of the barriers, hoping one day we would be on the track in one of those magical cars that went around, knowing that it would never happen because, I mean, it's priceless. It's for the happy few, and we all knew we were not one of them. So sim racing comes. It's the second best thing, and it comes really close to that. And that's the main reason why when you start doing it, just to make you feel like you're one of our racers. You're a pretend racing driver, and then in the following races you actually got the feeling you are a race driver because you get to know the other people, you know how they react, you know how they do, and then after a few months you suddenly feel that you start becoming friends. And you want to keep that feeling alive, and that's why we started Reiners Motorsport. The same reason we went from Reiners Motorsport, we merged into oNiD, is because we want to race with our friends, and that was the main reason. So, yeah, there was nothing there to get the Reiners, to get the honor for the Reiners name or whatsoever. It was all for us as a group of friends racing on a Monday evening. And in that way, it's kind of sad to see it go. But on the other hand, if the numbers are slowly dying, you have to be honest about it. Maybe you give another platform a go, because it's not the platform that makes the racing great. It's the friends that makes the racing great. So that's the spirit oNiD has. So I'm really pleased that we merged into oNiD for that reason, and Johnny took us in and gave us the trust he gave us, and it's now up to us to make the Monday great again with what it looks like it's going to be AC.
Absolutely.
Gave a bunch of waifs and strays like us the chance to boost the profile of our race group and get more people moving, and we've got plenty of people to race with, and there's going to be plenty of racing from now on.
Yeah,
only going forward from here.
If we host it the same way which we always do, with a group of friends, for a group of friends, I can't see any reason this won't be a success. And of course, the few people that only race Raceroom are going to be not pleased about it, but in the end, don't think about it's racing Raceroom, it's racing with friends, and that's the most important thing.
Absolutely.
Oh, you're all sorry, you silly bugger.
That was beautifully spoken.
I'm getting a bit emotional here. Rob snuck in as well.
Yeah, I got Rob crying once when I offered to bring my headset to him during a 24-hour race. So I know how sentimental he is.
It's getting crowded in this comms booth now.
Jeez. Oh, you
Aiden.
Stop your
Fortunately, my missus has snuck in the background into the room as well.
Have a quick gander in your DM, Aiden.
I will, Rob. I will indeed. Have a gander. What you sent me.
Yeah, no
yes,
worries. I mean,
amazing.
it is what it is, man. I mean, we all had our ups and downs the last year, and I mean, it doesn't matter how old you get. I mean, this shit is going to be even worse. And I mean, for all of us, we all had our difficult times, and this is this racing group that keeps the place shiny, has a little light on the Sunday, the Monday evening, the long distance races. So whoever hears this and see 4 guys crying, there's no reason why you shouldn't join us. Because maybe next time you could be crying too.
Is this like silent make race room great again message?
God, good lord.
No man, it was an absolute pleasure to be with you. I have to get back to the family. I didn't want to go the last evening without me thanking everybody in the way I just did. So I leave you guys to it. Qualifying is almost over. Looks like my brother is going to make a fool out of himself. Like he always does. So, have fun with that this evening.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
Julian.
very much, Julian. Have a good evening, man.
Yes, cheers, mate. Bye bye.
Oh, Julian,
Yeah,
can you drop into the Round North Discord real quick?
quickly. Yes.
Okay. Hi guys.
See you. Bye bye.
Rob coming in just to manage to talk to people. It's always fun. Well, it's been a bit of a battle in qualifying in the back.
It has been, isn't it? Raiden Shogun pipping Janos Kovacs by 0.082 of a second. I don't think they're going to improve because it's only 30 seconds after qualifying.
No, it's not a time. But Zach Silver right next to Janos there.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not going to be on the front row, but he's within touching distance.
Yeah.
I've got my own little spreadsheet set up that I'm going to be updating between races to figure out who's leading the championship.
You are being super organised, aren't you?
Because it's that tight that one result could swing it either way, to be honest.
No, exactly. Well, Zach Silver, Stu Neal, Daryl Wright, Amir Ajanowski and Martin Reinars, your starting order for race 1. So let's just wait for the session to tick over.
Yep, hope it doesn't break because Raceroom has been a little bit temperamental today.
Has been, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the game decided not to let people into it earlier.
There we are, we're alright.
There we go.
We're
Run
fine.
formation lap.
We're fine, it's all good. Oh, still.
Formation lap. It's just people going to the grid. What am I talking about?
Yeah. Oh, that lovely speech really got us sold.
Yeah, I did get me as well. Tim as well, apparently, by looking at the chat there. Tim said he's got a lump in his throat off that.
Oh, gee whiz. Right, we have a race. We have 3 races. Let's make it the best 3 races we've had. They're on the grid. Right, Radio Shogun will lead them away. 5 lights are on. Final round. First race. Let's see who gets it.
2 main championship protagonists. Well, to be honest, the 4 I've got as championship protagonists, there's 2 outliers, Stu Neal and Darryl Wright. They are just behind Zach and Kovacs, who are the 2, but Kovacs looking for the lead there.
Massive slide. Kovacs loses it there and
loses out. And dropping right down to the back of near the back of the pack there. Oh, who's that? That was Darryl Round, I think. Yeah, Darryl Round in the wall.
He's found the wall.
I think he's avoided damage, but he's going to be a while off the back of the pack now.
Indeed. Amir Ajanowski was falling down the order there. But
that was... Who was that one? That was Raiden Shogun.
Oh, sorry.
Janos Kovacs is in the lead.
So Kovacs in the lead. Radio Shogun dropping down the order. I dare say. I do apologise.
Silver behind him. The championship 1 and 2 on 1 and 2 on track. Going into the final turn.
Dear Lord.
Turns through the hairpin.
Stu Neal's round!
Stu Neal rounded in the wall.
Yeah, got a bit too eager with that right foot, I think.
Absolutely. These cars are very twitchy as you get the throttle down. And there's a lot of places on this track where the car does go light. And it's very easy to spin them.
Yeah. Without a shadow of a doubt, Zach Silver hunting down Janos now.
Zach is closing as they go up and over that crest. That's one of the big danger spots on track.
This is the championship battle. The 2 championship protagonists going out at it.
Zach with 2 uses of DRS left. And he's closing on the back of Janos.
He slides! And makes contact with Raiden, taps him but keeps going.
Oh, keeps going. That's going to drop him back to 4th place, 5th place.
That was too much use of
Up
DRS.
to 4th.
That was too much use of DRS, and that's going to cost him.
Too keen to get on it, and that's dropped him a long way back in the pack.
I believe we are now on also it's double points this race, isn't it?
No double points on this one. It's just straightforward fight to the finish. We tend to only do double points when we're basically making up to the normal points you get for the week.
Oh, that's fair enough. Admir nicely backs out of that move around Zach Silver, and he gets back to 4th
Zach
place.
makes the move up the inside, back up to 4th. He's going to chase down Martin Reinars.
Well, his brother Julian said he'd make an ass of himself. I'd say he's doing pretty well at the minute.
He's picked his way through the chaos.
He has been
Zach on the push to pass as they go through the tunnel.
He is. He's going to look up the inside into this next right-hander over the hill. The car's will go light.
Nicely done. Martin gives him space and he goes through.
Nice. The cars do go light over that little bump, don't they? Bless them.
Oh, they do. The track limits here are very tight as well. We mentioned it before, Raceroom does esports track limits rather than realistic track limits, so it pings what you would do for taking advantage in real life. So if you get a little bit wide on this track, it will give you a penalty.
Yeah. Indeed,
Zach up into 3rd, and he's now going to have to chase down Raiden Shogun in 2nd. He's nearly 7 seconds back.
Move by
Raiden is just 1 second off the back of Kovacs.
Oh, Studio makes it up the inside of Martin Reinars into turn 1, so Martin drops back down to 5th.
He's got a front bonnet that doesn't look entirely healthy to Stu, but he's persisting onwards and keeping it going on track. Very squirrely off of the second right-hander down the hill.
Keeps it pointing in the right direction now. Ooh, and I mean, Adrianowski, massive slide under braking.
Slide holds it together though. Holds it together, stays on the back of Martin Reinars.
That's DRS.
Yeah, that's going to be a retirement, I suspect.
That is moving too quickly under DRS.
That was hit the DRS when he was still turning for a sharp turn, and the car just flipped out at him. Yeah, he's very much out there.
I reckon he's gone back to pits.
Yeah, 100% fair.
Oh, that's a massive shunt.
That was a very big hit as well.
Yeah.
I hope he's not on a direct drive, because that would have hurt.
I'm hoping he would have let go at that point.
There's come a point when you realise I'm not saving this.
No, what's what real life drivers do? Take the arms off wheel and brace if they can't they save it. You know, it's sod it, crash.
Yeah, it's a certain amount of doing that you have to do in sim racing as well. Because that force feedback is a great tool. It's not very comfortable when you're hitting a wall at high speeds.
No, especially on direct drive. Belt driven are not too bad. God, direct drive. I would. Oh, who's that gone off? Who's that gone off? That's Stu Neal. Same place again.
Same place.
That was massive.
Way too quick on the DRS to get out there. And that's Stu's retirement as well.
It went airborne as he hit that barrier.
Oof. Just watching it back on the replay on the other screen, because we do have a slight delay in between the real time, between what we're saying in real time and what we see on the screen.
Oh.
But yeah, Stu, that was a big hit. It's that same place as well. It's you get on the DRS, the car just flips out from underneath you.
Ugh, insane. Absolutely insane. Well, he'll be out and he'll be guaranteed P2 for the next race.
Yeah, as Motorsport E videos on the feed says, DRS plus slipstream at the bridge is suicidal. Yeah, that's fair.
Ugh, just insane. Like,
right.
But anyway, Shogun, I'm trying to catch you.
We do have a race on.
We do have a race. Just
Raiden is fighting with Kovacs for that lead, and I think Zach Silver's going to be willing him on from behind to knock Janis Kovacs off that top spot and minimise the damage.
Yeah.
Because Zach is not catching in third place. I wonder if he's carrying damage from that little bit of contact he had.
Potentially.
He's
Maybe.
pushing very hard, but still 2 races to go after this one, and it is full reverse grid on both races.
Absolutely. Zach Silver is going to be kicking himself with that spin he had earlier on. It wasn't a massive amount of contact though, so he doesn't have any damage.
Not at all. I will say, Raiden doesn't seem to be using his DRS.
I'm just noting that as well.
He's got free use, doesn't use it down that long straight to the hairpin. Gets on the push to pass out of the hairpin, starts to close up on the back of Kovacs. I think
There
he
he is.
gets on the DRS now. Yeah.
He might have
I think
just
he was
been
waiting
outside.
until he was
He might have been just outside the 1 second on the last activation. I think he crossed the line 1.1 seconds. So it might not have given him.
Yep, he's taking a lot out of Kovacs under braking there, and he's turning a lot tighter through those right-handers as well.
Twitchy car as well on exit, so he's careful.
Lots of sparks flying off the back of Kovacs' car there.
Lower ride height, perhaps? Oh, it's default setup, isn't it? So you
Yeah, it's
can't change
default.
anything.
Might be a lower default on the BMW. It's on the
Leaves it a bit later to use it, unlike other people.
down the straight. Raiden was saying to us he doesn't really care about the championship fights. He's not really in it.
Oh dear lord.
He wants wins tonight, Raiden. He wants wins. And he is going after this winning race run. He's going to the inside of the first chicane. Gets on the curb, gets on the second, turns it through, and he is through into the lead. Gets on the push to pass to punch himself away out of the chicane.
Well, that is a change from the race lead. Raiden Shogun, your new race leader, with just under 6 minutes to go after his first race. We can now kind of see the starting order on the next race. So if you look at the standings on the left of your screen, flip them upside down, that will be the race 2 grid.
Yeah, we have noticed that the DNF cars do still end up. Actually, have they been ending up on the front row?
They have indeed.
So yeah, so that'll be Ajanowski and Stu Neal to lead away in race 2. And that's 2 decently paced drivers there.
Yeah.
They've not had the luck on the first race, but yeah, they're not ones who are going to give up the lead easily once they've got it.
No, we'll see what happens with them. That'll be interesting to
Yeah,
see.
Motorsport videos is Ajanowski there.
Oh.
So yeah, he was saying DRS at Slipstream at Bridge is suicidal. Yeah, it looked fairly suicidal there, man.
Near enough catastrophic.
Right, we have still got our fight for the lead. The rest of it's gone a bit quiet, but
Yeah.
Janos and Raiden are still battling away here. Janos is not letting Raiden get away in that lead position. It's a 1.07 lead, so he's not going to have the DRS. If he can close up over this line, it's the start-finish line is the detection point.
He'll get it if it stays like this.
Yeah, it's going to
Just
refill his DRS there.
Just. There we go, he's got it.
Yep, there we go. Three more bites of the cherry on the DRS zones. Well, DRS zones. You have free usage of DRS in DTM.
Hence why we've been seeing cars absolutely bin it because they opened it too soon.
It's like it's like the first week's races. I wasn't here commentating on that. We always get someone who tries to open the DRS as they go down the hill at Portimao, and it never works. It's never a good plan.
Oh, right, Daryl Wright catching up on Martin Reiner as they're going to be in a battle as they come through turn 1 and turn 2.
Indeed, Martin defending hard to the inside, but not as confident on the brakes as Daryl, who sweeps around the outside into the chicane there.
P4 for Daryl, that's moved on. Just under 3.5 minutes to go, Raiden Shogun leading the way from Jaskovac, Zach Silver, Daryl Wright, and Martin Arenas.
5 runners left in this race, but it's still everything to play for.
Let's check in with the top 2. Janos has sadly fallen outside in the 1 second.
He'll still be able to use DRS, but because I'm still showing he's got 3 uses on his readout here, so he's still got those to play with.
Huh.
But you've only really got maybe 2 places to use it.
Safely.
You can get away with using it through the tunnel, but there's a cooldown period.
Well, let's put it this
So
way.
he won't be able to...
There's 2 places you can safely use it. You can use it across the whole lap, any point.
Yeah. But it's going... Realistically, it needs to be on the back straight.
Oh, that's risky.
He got on it very early there.
Oh.
I think that's actually cost him, because it meant that he couldn't get the power down as well out of the corner. He's made up a couple of attempts. He's going to get on it again out of the final turn.
Yep.
Gets himself past that crest that's just after the hairpin, and gets on the DRS. Starts trying to close up.
Crucially, gets DRS again, so you'll have another 3 activations. Under 2 minutes to go, so it will be the penultimate lap. I do think. Oh, maybe not quite. Maybe 3 more laps. This one and another 2, maybe, depending on how quick they are.
Yeah, it's about a 1 minute 3 second lap. So I reckon they'll get 2 more out. So it'll be about a 15 lap race, which is what we realistically expect from a 15-minute race.
Yeah.
Oh, very squirrely from Shogun there over the curbs.
Yeah, caught that in the background.
Yep, Kovacs is trying to hunt him down. There's 9 attempts between them. He was very late on the DRS there.
It was.
He's going to get... You can use it over the crest. It will make the car feel very twitchy. But you can get on it. It might be the cooldown hasn't gone off enough for him to be able to use it. But they're through. They're on to the last lap.
Might be.
Whether Kovacs can close up. I think it should be.
Oh, I don't know. It'll be very mighty close.
Yeah, it will be very tight if they get over the... It's not like Shogun can afford to slow down to make sure that it's the last lap, is it?
No, exactly. It's like... Raider's going to be pushing him all the way to the line, and I think he will want another lap.
So much downforce, you can carry so much speed through the corner if you get it right.
Martin Reinhardt is showing that this has been a little bit of a bang.
Yeah, that's not a healthy looking Audi there.
No, this will be the final lap.
No, last lap, just coming through the hairpin.
Last lap.
And it's Raiden Shogun to take a race 1 win.
Congratulations, Raiden Shogun, Janos Kovacs in P2, crucially ahead of his championship rival and fellow protagonist, Zach Silver. A gap extends between the two ever so slightly. P4 will be Daryl Wright. And then bringing up the rear, which I think is a bit of a poorly car. Oh yes, it's a little bit poorly, look at that. Don't know why I went all posh there for a second. Look at that, it was a bit poorly. Yes. Martin Reinhardt comes across to the final corner to take P5. Studio Adjanoski will finish classified 6th and 7th respectively. And Adjanoski will start on pole for what will be race 2 of 3 tonight. Fastest lap goes to Raiden Shogun as well, so he gets the fastest lap and race win for race 1. And now we await the second race to kick off. No, that's for hold on. ABS is not picking you up. Of course it's not. For goodness sake. What is it doing? It is being itself as per. Right, it is now picking you up.
Right, okay. And I've been booted from the server, as is also the standard. Right, after that first race, just while we're waiting for the server to tick over, that puts Janos on 539 points, Zach on 532. So Janos has gained 1 point over Zach. Stu Neal is on 572 points in third. He's now been pipped by Darryl Wright with 501 points.
Ooh, that's not going to go well.
There's a good fight going on for third, and I mean, to be honest, if something happens to Zach and Janos in one of these races, that brings Darryl right back into it as well.
Yeah.
He's an outsider. It's not going to be a. He needs something to go wrong for the top two drivers. But stranger things have happened.
Yes. Right, here we go. Let's get back into the server. As we await.
Quickly hop back in.
We just await the second of 3 races to start. Remember, Ajanowski will be on pole.
There we go, back in time. My car's still loading in, but the lights are going. They'll be hovering on their launch controls. They all get away. That was Zach diving out from the corner there to get up to 4th place.
Ajanowski in the lead. They're going to go 3 wide.
Yeah.
Into turn 1.
Zach trying for second there. Has to settle for 3rd. Kovac shuffled down to 6th. Stu Neal and Ajanowski leading away.
As they go through the second sector, Raiden Shogun in the background, trying to fight with Janos Kovacs. Hello, Darryl White, should I say. Darryl falls
Big twitches from lots of cars as they're trying to carry so much speed in the start of this race. Cold tyres, cold brakes, they're not going, but they're still going hell for leather anyway.
Yeah, Raiden's got a run on Zach. Zach's going to have to defend.
FD goes to the inside. I think he's going to play discretion the better pass of Valor.
Oh, who's that?
That is Ajanowski. Got sideways into the wall and has to, and is held off, and that promotes Zach Silver to 2nd place.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
9 tenths back from Stu Neal.
Right. Janos is in 4th. That's who we need to watch out for.
Janos in 4th, Zach in 2nd.
So that will really close the gap between the two.
Very much so. The margins are so fine at this point.
How many points between Janos and Zach
on the
again?
push bus, 7 points. He's gained 1 in the last race. Or Zach thinking about the move on the lead there, but has to back out on that right-hander. Goes through the kink.
Ooh.
Does he have DRS?
He doesn't, no. We just had a massive glitch in the server, and it will keep on going. Who's that going into the inside to make a move in the BMW? It's Janos going to make a move.
Yeah, Janos thought about it. He's actually getting attacked by Darryl Wright now.
Oh God, Darryl Wright's having a right go at him.
Yeah, but he's not giving that position up, and he's going to be on the inside for the first chicane. Zach going for the lead. Zach's through into the lead.
Zach's through, new race leader.
Takes Stu Neal. Yep, takes first from Stu Neal, who's immediately under attack from Raiden Shogun.
Oh boy. Oh.
Stu is not letting Zach get away though.
Raiden's dropped a little bit, it's giving Studio a bit of a breathing room, but this relentless pressure on Zach Silver is just insane.
And in front, he's not going to get the benefit of the slipstream, he's not going to get the benefit of DRS.
He is literally punching the hole at the minute. Yeah.
I think this is going to be the widest BMW DTM we've ever seen in the universe.
Well, he's going to make it as wide as possible to defend the inside line.
Ends the inside, gets it through, comes a nice line through.
He's going to break free as the slipstream is Zach Silver just slightly.
Yeah, just holds it through. Holds just enough ahead to stop Stu having a run into the chicane. But the 2 really good overtaking spots are into that first chicane and into the hairpin. There are other places you can get it done, but it's very risky.
Yeah. Oh, massive twitch for Stewie's round. Going over the hill. Car gets light.
Yeah, drops down to 5th. That puts Raiden up in 2nd with Kovacs in 3rd.
Well, that's going to be a relief for Kovacs. That's the damage limitation there.
Yeah, Stuniel off the back now, but none of these... To say it's going to be a relief, I don't think they're thinking about the points at the moment. I think they can all see that lead in the distance, and they're going, right, that's mine.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's going to be fights here, and and I don't think it's going to be very good-natured.
Raiden Shogun not in the championship running, but wants the wins. Janos Kovacs and Zach Silver both in the championship battle, P2 and P1 respectively. Janos being P1 and Zach being P2 in the standings. And Daryl Wright is an outlier in the background, having front row seats to what is now becoming a 3-way battle for the race win.
Yeah. Zach defending hard, Shogun right on the back of him. He dropped to the distance of 100th behind him for a moment there. He was basically inside Zach, and it wasn't a pleasant experience for either one of them.
Take that as you will. Really closing
on the back.
Now.
Raiden has DRS. He's got to make it past this lap. Gets on the DRS through the kink.
Early, risky,
very early, but he held it. Goes to the inside. Yeah, Zach lets him have it there. I think Zach's going to hold off, get DRS himself for the next lap, and then use it to fight off. Because he's now directly in front of Janos Kovacs.
Janos is looking for the move.
Janos is making... That's a big move to the
inside. From Zach!
Wolf! Zach's right.
Cuts the corner, he's going to have to yield position.
A massive slowdown. It will have made him give so much time back there.
Was that just a desperation move there from Zach Silver, staying Janos in the background?
Absolutely outbraked himself trying to defend.
Oh, Zach.
He's on the push to pass.
He's ideally stay in front.
A very hard place to make the move. Doesn't happen there, but he's going to... No DRS for Zach.
No DRS. He's now under attack from Daryl Wright.
Yeah, Daryl swinging to the outside through the hairpin there. I don't know whether Daryl's listening in. He may not know the points. So, but he's in with a chance. The more places he gains now, he has a chance at his own chat. Our chat is going absolutely insane watching this, and I don't blame. 7 drivers and they're giving this performance. What a way for Raceroom to finish up with us.
Without a shadow of a doubt. Stu Neal only really 9 seconds behind the race lead as it stands. This is a very mighty gap. They have 9 seconds behind the leader. And indeed, the back of the grid, Adjanowski and Stu Neal are also fighting for the scraps. Martin Reinhardt sadly is kind of in no man's land with Adjanowski about half a second behind him. So it's the top 4 versus the top 3 top 4 versus the bottom 3 at the minute. We will stay with the top 4.
It's an absolutely mad fight. Zach dropping off the back a bit here.
He is, I'm not sure what quite happened.
I think he's over pushing. I think it's a championship in the... You can smell the chance for championship, and he's over driving.
Oh, no, he's closed the gap a little bit.
Yep, gets back on the... He needs to get past Kovacs. That's the main goal. Get past Kovacs, get some points back.
Yeah.
Other than that, everything else is secondary. That's all you can do. He's got a
DRS. He gets it open early. Oh no, Janos getting it open early, trying to defend.
Yep, still no DRS on Zach. I'm getting a not applicable on his I wonder if he's invalidating laps and that's costing the DRS.
I wonder. Well, he's got it now. No, he hasn't. Still no DRS.
Yeah, still nothing for him. He's holding on to the back of Kovacs's car there.
He
It's
is.
the same car, same setup. It's down to the drivers now.
Less than 6 minutes to go. Of race 2.
And I don't know where we're going to look here. There is nothing. You could barely put a cigarette paper between these two.
That is absolutely insane. They go through the back end when Zach Silver, he doesn't have DRS. Still
No, sparks flying as they clatter over the curbs. The slipstream's going to be massive, and he's right on the back of Kovacs. Kovacs to the inside. Zach's going to try and go right the way around the outside here, put himself on the inside for the chicane.
Not going to quite work, sadly.
Yeah, Kovacs cuts off that inside line very quickly.
Still no DRS. What we're seeing for Zach Silver.
we're
He's going to look at the
not
inside.
seeing
No, he thinks better of it.
He's just not getting any DRS.
I just wonder if he's invalidating laps. That's not letting the DRS happen.
Last lap was giving an invalid on there.
Oh.
It is very easy to invalidate your lap around here.
Massive slide! Sorry to interrupt. I thought Zach was going to lose it there. Oh, he's pushing so hard.
Yeah, you can see the effort going in. Everything he can do, he's throwing at this to try and make that pass happen. Gets on the push to pass, kept on it this time. He's been using it through the tunnel for the last few laps. Uses it through the kink on this one to give himself the speed boost down the track.
Over under, perhaps. Get a better drive out the final turn.
Nothing doing. Has he kept the lap valid?
He has.
He has, but it gives him zero DRS.
He's going to look around the outside. We're coming the inside. And he backs out of it at the last minute.
Risky, very risky.
He's now under attack from Darrell Wright. He might lose his third place.
He's getting a bit desperate here. These three are now in a massive battle for the second place. All three of them are championship protagonists.
Dear God.
Darrell very much the outsider in that battle, but if something happens to the two in front, which, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it did at the moment, he's right back in it.
I think Zach might have just invalidated the lap again by going wide at that exit.
Yeah.
But Raiden Shogun checking out 2-second lead for over Yanis Kovacs, is our race leader as it stands.
Yeah, these three fighting behind him, having to defend, having to attack. Raiden's away.
Yeah, massive screwy moment from Zach. He's pushing so hard, that's the thing.
Squirrely moment in a DTM car, who would have thought?
Who knew these cars with wings and body aero could just squirrel around like this? Up the hill they go to go back down the hill again. Jack and Dill went up, but Zach and Janos will come back down again.
Yeah, Darrell falling slightly off the back of him there, but not so far that he's not within range. Zach's been within half a second of Janos for about the last 4 laps. And no matter what he's doing, it's just not giving him the chance to get the pass done.
No.
Gets on the push to pass, gets that 60 horsepower boost. Picks the outside line early.
Can't do anything with it. He's falling behind now. Look at this.
Yeah, another little twitch off the back there.
He needs to regroup himself because basically he's getting attacked from Darrell behind. Darrell's got DRS.
Yeah, he gets on the push to pass to fend him off there through. It gets into the first chicane.
Oh, Zach's off!
Zach's round!
Massive shot! That's big.
He's going to try and finish, but that car is not happy. That is not a well car.
That is massive for this championship. Just lost it. on entry and
pushing
exit
so
of turn 1
hard.
and turn 2.
So easy to do, but it gets going, keeps moving. Just needs to consolidate the damage now. Just keep going and hope that Kovacs doesn't start to take on Shogun now on this last lap.
Oh, he might do. He's at 1.15 seconds. This next lap will be the last. But Kovacs is going to be very happy to have a different car other than Zach Silver in his rearview mirror.
Yeah. It depends on how Darrell Wright.
Zach's around again, and he made contact with Martin Reynolds on the final corner.
Oh, Zach.
And there's Amir as well.
That car's
buggered. Completely buggered, that is.
Yeah, I'm not getting damage readings, but yeah, that's not a well car. Just got to nurse it home and hope for the best. That is gonna put him up at the front for the final race,
next to Stu Neal. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's a spicy meatball.
It's a spicy meatball. Adjanossi though looking for a last minute overtake on Martin Reynolds. Can't quite make it work. Raiden Shogun will come across the line shortly. But I think Amir makes a mistake. Is Amir out of fuel?
I think he is. He's coasting.
Oh my!
Raiden Shogun is our race. He's 2 from 2. Janos in P2.
Zach Silver consolidates a 4th. Gets past Martin Reynolds. Stu Neal will come across the line. So Amir's gone to pits. He's run out of fuel, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
So that puts Amir Adjanossi on pole for race 3.
That's a very interesting place to be.
Is absolutely. Martin Reynolds has also, I think, run out of fuel, just stopped on track, just short of the line, so the session's going to take ages to proceed. There we go. Not quite out of fuel. Okay, so Shogun first, Kovacs second, Wright third, Silver fourth, Stu Neal fifth, Martin Reynolds sixth, Adjanossi seventh. Flip that on your head, you'll get your starting grid for race 3.
Okay, points. As it stands, Janos on 581, Zach on 572. There's only 9 points between them. Darrell 542. The only way he can come through into the lead is if Janos breaks down, basically. If Janos doesn't finish.
Okay.
Or if Zach doesn't finish.
So Darrell is very much the outsider.
Yeah. It's 43 points for a win, 42, 41, 40 down there. It's down in 1 point increments. It's a very close scoring system we've got here.
Right.
I don't know who is going to take it at this point. It's been absolutely crazy.
Buckle up. This is going to be insane.
One last run for the... It's death or glory. Could be both.
Do that. Oh, trying to breathe.
I mean, to be honest, the X factor in the mix at the moment is Raiden Shogun, because he's going to want to do the treble.
He will want to do the treble. Well, Martin Reynolds will be on pole. We have had a driver drop, sadly, so we have 6 drivers.
I'm not sure there's enough places for Zach to make a point.
Well, I don't know, but
Zach comes across in a big way, and that's Darrell Wright into the wall there.
Zach just planted his foot and lost the rear there.
Yeah.
Okie dokie, that's one last car.
That's going to be a popular move to make.
Well, we have lost. Who have we lost?
We've lost him, yeah.
Yeah, Adrianowski. I wonder if he's had a disconnect.
Yeah.
Who's that going round? Who's that going round?
That is...
Shogun.
Shogun. So that's going to drop him off the back of the pack behind Martin Reynolds. Darrell Wright's coming up to attack him now. It's Janos Kovacs in second, just behind Stu Neal, with Zach Silver on his tail.
Janos goes defensive, Zach Silver's going to attack.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be enough. I think unless something happens to Janos, it's his championship to lose.
So Janos just needs to finish. Adrianowski is trying to join the session, but is not able to connect.
It won't let him back in.
Right now back in. Zach Silver's having a look around the outside.
It's
I can't make it. Going to go side by side up the hill.
There. Zach getting very punchy.
Goes very wide through the runoff.
This is going to be elbows out all the way, isn't it?
I don't think Zach's realised that he can't win the championship now. I think he's just going to have to go for it and hope for the best.
Yeah. It's basically going to be, look, you know when two people are trying to get on the last space on the
field? Kovacs is round!
Kovacs is in the wall. No one near him.
How much damage? Hold on a minute.
That was a big hit on the front.
He is still going. He is still going.
He's in fourth.
No, he's not. That's Zach Silver going slow. What's happened to Zach?
Spot on. Zach's... I think he's letting Janos catch up with him. I wonder if he thought he tipped Janos into that.
Oh, he didn't know. That's the thing.
He didn't know it was 100% Janos on his own. But Zach's dropped back. I think in the spirit of sportsmanship, he's dropped back to give Janos a race.
That's the case. Fair play. He absolutely did not need to do that.
I don't think anyone, if he thinks he did that, then I don't think anyone wants to win a championship that way. So he's going to do his best to, you know, make it so that it's fair. But surely Janos has got to be carrying front end damage from that hit.
Surely. He has to be.
Plowed into the wall.
Absolutely did, and Zach Silver's gone very wide.
Yeah.
Not sure if that was purposely.
Janos is through on him. I think he's let him through.
Zach, you didn't do it though, mate. You don't need to.
And we're back to where we were.
Dear freaking God. What's happening, Ben?
I don't know. I've completely distracted. Stu Neal is away in front. He's got a 5-second lead. Zach on the push to pass.
He's going to look up the inside into...
Yeah, that's into the right hand.
That's a bold move.
There. It's a difficult place to pass, and he keeps trying it. That's what gets me. He's not made a pass there work all evening, and he's still trying.
God.
Darrell to the outside. They're going to be 3 wide into the hairpin.
Darrell
on the DRS. Both Janos and Zach didn't have it.
Yeah, Zach, and they're going to go into the final turn. What incredible racing! 3 wide.
All 3 of them through a hairpin. Zach's going to lose out there. He's got pushed to the outside.
Oh, massive moment!
Oh. Bumped into Darrell. Did he catch Darrell?
I'm not sure. I think he might have avoided him, but they're still going to go 3 wide. I
think
that's lag.
I'm not sure he actually did.
Oh!
Or whether it's...
Someone spun! Janos has spun!
Janos has spun. Zach's wide.
What is going on? I'm not sure if it's server issues.
Janos is often very badly damaged. That rear wing's completely destroyed on Janos's car.
He has no rear end. And he's lost the brake light as well. That's damage. That's real.
Yeah.
What has happened there? I don't think that was Zach's making. I think that was purely Janos there. Zach was avoiding.
No, I didn't. No, Zach was nowhere near him. Well, they were near him, but he wasn't in any way touching him. I think they're getting caught up in each other's air wash. The sim does simulate the dirty air off the side of the cars.
Zach Silver's round as well.
Zach's round.
Where's he
going? Is he in the pits?
He's in the pit lane.
Disqualified? Zach's disqualified? He sped into the pit lane?
Oh boy.
That's it? Yeah, well, say that's it.
Oh, Janos
still
needs
going,
to
if
do.
Janos finishes, then he's won. If he doesn't, Darryl Wright could come through and take this.
Oh God, no. This is genuinely speechless. 7 drivers.
I just have to share. My missus just said I was rooting for Zach. I'm buggering off now. He'll appreciate that.
What?
I don't know what's going. What?
Guys, we are genuinely speechless here.
What a finale! If we're gonna have a finale for our time running Raceroom, this is the way to do it.
What? Janos with a very poorly car needs to finish. That's all he needs to do. If he doesn't finish, Darryl Wright. If he can't finish, if he crashes again and gets his car way too damaged, Darryl Wright could win this championship.
There's someone called Person in the chat who I think is Zach, who just said, "Well, I broke it."
Oh. Oh dear. Oh dearie, dearie, dear. Zach. Yeah. Oh.
So I'm going to have to manually adjust the championship because it gives disqualified people points, so I'll have to take that off manually.
Oh.
Sorry, Zach, you're not getting points for a DQ finish.
Words.
Yeah. We do have a sort of... There are 4 runners left in the race. Martin Reinhardt is DNF'd out. Raiden Shogun is starting to close down Stu Neal.
Janos is closing on Darryl.
6 minutes left. Janos is closing down Darryl. If something happens to finally break Janos' car, Darryl could win the championship. I don't think he will know that.
No. Unless they're listening into the stream, which I certainly hope they're not. Because... Like, what the hell?
Only one of Janos' brake lights is working, and that's a very weird, new and strange angle on his rear wing there.
Yeah. And that rear bumper's got a lovely characteristic dent in it.
It was already done by race 2, was it not? Given how things have gone, not necessarily, Zach.
Right. Kovacs up to the inside of Darryl Wright. Darryl Wright's going to try and hang it around the outside.
How is Kovacs making a move stick with his car in that state?
I don't know. I'm just...
Because I know it says on our readout that it's 0 rear aero damage, but that's not the case. That rear aero is gone. It's dead. It is an X-rear aero.
It is very much loose.
Raiden Shogun
it's loose weight at this
thinking
point.
about the triple here. He's on the DRS over the start-finish line, closing down Stu Neal.
He's had it from the previous lap as well, so they'll automatically refresh. And he'll have another 3 activations to use. And Darryl's not giving up on the fight with Janos Kovacs either.
DNFs will not give... DNFs don't give points, Zach.
You see the chat from...
Yeah, I'm just looking. Yeah, it wasn't settled, Zach. Not with the way things have gone. Because if there was a DNF for Kovacs,
Yeah.
you would have been right back in it. Kovacs is still fighting hard. Darrell right behind him. Raiden Shogun
Look at
is
Shogun.
he's after this treble.
He wants it. He doesn't care if he's not in the championship. He wants this treble. 4 minutes to go. He will have DRS going down the main straight.
Yep, gets straight on it. Comes across the inside. Little bit of a movement from Stu Neal there, but
Stu Neal goes wide.
Stu Neal wide avoids those speed bumps that will absolutely destroy suspension.
Yeah, avoids the death
And
curve.
Shogun's through
Yeah.
into the lead.
Oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm at a loss.
Yeah. We do have a fight for the lead. Stu Neal is still fighting hard against Raiden Shogun. Darrell Wright is still very much fighting with Janos Kovacs. And it's one mistake away from a championship.
3 laps to go. 2 laps. 3 laps to go.
Three, I reckon.
I could do math, it's fine. Right, Studio's on
Darrell
DRS.
gets on the push. Yeah. Darrell gets on the push to pass through the kink and is chasing down Kovacs. Exhaust flaring as they hammer down through the gears into the hairpin.
Right, let's see what Darrell can do. We'll leave the lead battle for now. But nothing Darrell can really do as of yet. Stays within half a second of Janos Kovacs.
Yep. He's staying on the back of him, but the cars are very twitchy as they go over those crests.
They are indeed. Oh, that car of Janos though.
It's not in a good place, and if it gets one wrong move, one trip to the barriers too many, and that changes the whole championship picture.
It will quite literally, if I reckon he takes over a big hit, won't kill the engine.
Yep.
He's been a very lucky boy so far. Indeed, he's keeping it in the right direction, but Darrell will inevitably have the run. Let's jump on board with Darrell, shall we, on the front wing. Should have definitely used this camera angle a heck of a lot more. Look at the damage. The damage on the car in front.
So much on that rear wing. It's bent into a horrible shape there.
I don't know what shape that is. That's an oblong kind of screwy.
Well, it's certainly not going to be providing any meaningful, useful downforce for his car.
That's a perfect example of me trying to underline all my work without a ruler. Is what that
Raiden
is.
across the line to start the last lap. Stu Neal close behind him. Darrell Wright chasing down. Can we tentatively say is our champion-elect Janos Kovacs? Hopefully that's not a curse I've just given him.
Oh, if it is, I'm definitely blaming you.
Yeah, 100%.
One more lap to go of what has been an incredible Raceroom
Yeah,
season.
Stunning finish.
And we've had incredible finishes as well throughout all of our seasons with Rhinelands Motorsports and with our collaboration with oNiD. It's been a pleasure. One last lap to close it all off. Raiden Shogun leading away from Stu Neal. Stu Neal about half a second behind as we go back across the bridge.
Down the bridge, one last turn through the hairpin there, and Raiden Shogun with a stunning performance this evening, coming from the back twice to win and take all 3 races. A very rare feat.
And that is that. Well done, Raiden. Congratulations on your finish. Kovac's still going at it with Daryl Wright. Daryl Wright's got DRS. No, Janos had DRS there for some reason.
Kovacs just needs to get it to the line.
And indeed he does. That's all he
And
needs to do.
And that will make him provisional champion, pending obviously any stewarding issues that may arise. But that puts Janos Kovacs over the top.
And that is that.
And that is that. I'm going to jump out the server and encourage everyone else to do the same so that the results compile.
Dear freaking God.
I think Zach is a bit upset with himself.
I would... yeah.
Understandably so. To be fair, Zach,
yeah.
you were being absolutely sportsmanlike going back to have a race with him. You didn't know what the point situation was.
Literally.
And that's a horrible position to be in.
Absolutely crazy. Horrible position to be in, bless you. Ajanovsky, game bugged my engine and booted me out to the server.
Gutted. It can happen, unfortunately. Rest assured, it will have been entirely your own fault and nothing to do with Raceroom, because Raceroom never does anything wrong ever.
Of course not. Absolutely not. Raceroom is so totally perfect. Dear, we got right. Get everyone out of that bloody lobby. Is everyone out? Can we just close it now? Just be done with it, because we need to know. We need the confirmation.
Right, by my maths, Daryl has pipped Zach to second.
No!
Yeah, that's put him over the top. Because we will have to manually adjust this because SGP does annoyingly give points for disqualification, but that will be getting adjusted, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
That will put.
God.
However, it will be Daryl Wright in second, so it'll be Janos with 621 points in first, Daryl Wright with 481 points in second, and Zach Silver with 572 points in third.
Oh boy.
Unless Raiden scores have messed up the standings, because I didn't include him in that because he was quite far back on the list.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the server to close. We will confirm the results, but from what we can tell, it is a championship win for Janos Kovacs. Congratulations, Janos. Commiserations, Zach. Bless you. That was unlucky, Zach, but
of all the ways to go.
Of all ways to go, it has been a way to go.
If you're gonna make it, if you're gonna have a finish, we want to finish like that. Blimey!
I think, yeah, I'm just looking in Discord to see if there's anyone there we can quickly drag in for a quick natter, but sadly no one in voice chat.
They've all snuck off to make sure we can't do it.
Yeah, we can't drag them down. Can't admin abuse them. The only other thing I can say then is that is Raceroom done and dusted. That is our Monday nights all now changed for the incoming AC season of Mini Coopers. They're fully signed up.
28 spaces all taken.
We will be very vigilant on enforcing no shows, I have been told.
Oh yeah.
And with the popularity of what it has become on the AC, then we will definitely be offering wildcard places if they do rise. So keep an eye on oNiD. We'll be sending out pings for people to sign up on first come first served basis during the season. If you missed out on the initial sign-ups, you still might have a chance. Keep an eye out on oNiD. We will
I do know that some of these Raceroom drivers have signed up for the Mini Cooper season, so we're going to be seeing some familiar faces next Monday.
Very good indeed. Well, until then, Ben, it has been an absolute pleasure. Look forward to our AC Mondays. And until then, guys, we'll sign off for the last time from Raceroom Racing Experience. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure with the Reinards Motorsports when we were before oNiD, and it's been a pleasure to race with you and to be able to commentate and stream what has been an incredible series of events. Thank you very much. This is Aidan signing off. Ben, any sentimental last words?
I've said all my sentimental words at this point. It's been an amazing few years racing Raceroom. It's sad that it comes to an end, but there's still so much to look forward to and still so much to enjoy going forward.
On that note, guys, we'll bid you adieu. Take care, guys. Have a good night. Speak soon.